Hey everybody, welcome to Uptown Drama, starring Jeffrey Schmidt and
Christy Bella.
well, actually, we're not doing No, we are doing Uptown Drama tonight.
We're in Uptown Drama. It's a very special one. We had some technical difficulties
going
live.
Yeah, it happens.
It happens. Yeah.
So we're going to record it instead in front of a live studio audience, and then we're going to put it up, right?
Yeah.
All right. We're going to talk about our new season. But first, why are you dressed this way, Jeffrey?
No one can see us now.
Oh, no.
Well, I guess a few people saw us on the.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it doesn't. I don't know.
It doesn't make sense to you?
Yeah. I mean, it's after 5. So everyone dresses.
So you're
right.
fancy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
how everyone does. That's why I'm drinking Coke Zero from a fancy crystal glass from Home Goods.
So let's get this season out.
Yeah. So tell me a little bit about how the season planning process was this year.
Well, it's always fraught with setbacks and successes,
tears,
nail biting,
suffering,
as we try to secure rights or lose rights. So
gnashing of teeth.
It was no different this year. In fact, it was probably
worse.
Amplified.
Yeah.
For all the reasons everyone might guess, dealing with pandemic.
Oh, yeah, that.
Dealing with the construction here at the building and trying to curate a season, knowing that we'll be itinerant probably for the entire season.
Right.
We will be live, that is the plan, but we won't be here in the quadrangle. We are coming back.
Totally.
Don't worry, it's coming back. It will be a water park when we'll be back, but while the construction happens, it's just too hard to produce here.
Yeah, it's very hard, and we don't think it's very safe.
Yeah.
So, anyway.
And we'll have some exciting news regarding construction coming up very soon.
Yeah.
So stay tuned
Super
for that.
soon.
So it was hard.
It was hard. So let's talk a little bit about, like, specifically why it was hard this year. Like, people think like, oh, they choose shows and then those are the shows that they're going to do, and why would that be hard? And it's because it's not just a decision that we have to make here locally in this room, but then we have to ask for rights for the show. So tell me a little bit about the show, what we were going to do, and then what happened.
Well, we wanted to fulfill some of our obligations from last season, shows that we had secured and that audiences were excited to see. One of those was Rocky Horror.
Yes, we were so excited.
So we had the rights to Rocky Horror. We've had them for over a year and a half now.
Yeah.
Had put money down because you have to put a portion of what you owe them down early on. So it was just a matter of changing the dates, obviously, to the new dates this fall. And sometimes it takes a while. It took an inordinate amount of time to get word back it had taken so long that we had to begin production on it.
Right.
Gosh, we were building the set.
We were building sets. We made an offer.
And then last Thursday, the day before we had our big mixer, we were informed that the estate, not the publisher, which is Concord Musicals or Samuel French, those of you who are in the business know who they are. It's the estate of Rocky Horror sent us, told the publisher who told us that they were not approving our new dates with no explanation. No explanation.
So we had to make a decision, and we could either go back and ask why.
Yeah.
But knowing how long it took to just get the first decision, we decided. We just got on the horn and talked about lots of shows. We reserved the rights to a few shows.
Yeah. Within less than 24 hours, we had some solutions.
Yeah, we had solutions. And which was made even harder because of one of the things that we're going to talk about in a little bit.
Some more exciting news.
Yeah. And so finally, we landed upon Little Shop of Horrors.
Yes.
Yay! Little Shop of Horrors. So, yeah. And that will be directed by the great Dallas's own Joel Farrell
Joel Farrell will be directing
is going to be directing it. We can't think of anyone better. And there's another exciting thing about Little Shop of Horrors. Do you want to tell the people the other exciting
There's
thing?
so many exciting things. So I don't know. Which one are you alluding
I'm
to?
talking about who will be playing Audrey.
Who originally was playing
Frankenfurter.
Yeah.
In Rocky Horror. And we were so excited. And so when that went off the rails, we were like, what can we do where we can have this person still?
Yeah.
And it was perfect. So the person playing Audrey in Little Shop of Horrors is Lee Walter.
Yay.
We are so excited. This morning, actually, I emailed them and said, hey, we still want you to be in the show and we want you to play Audrey. And they emailed me back and said, just confirming, Audrey 2, right? I said, no, Audrey. And they were very excited. And so we are super, super, super happy to have them on board.
And for those of you who saw Music Man, our music director for this is Cody Dry.
Cody Dry.
Multi-talented. You saw him on display in Music Man.
Cody Dry was the accompanist in Music Man and played Marcellus and like so many other roles. It's going to be really, really great. And we want to reiterate what Jeffrey and I said at the mixer, which is that you should not look at this show, and this is for our actors out there, you should not look at this show and limit yourself to what you want to audition for. Audition for whatever you think you are good for, whatever you feel like you want to play, because the possibilities are endless.
Yeah, and it goes back to it's just as important. What we're producing is important, but just as important is how and who tells the story.
Right, exactly.
To us.
Absolutely, and that kind of goes for the whole season.
Yeah.
So what's the other exciting thing?
There's so many things. Stay tuned. There we have recorded a drunk musical history.
Oh,
for
that's right.
This
right.
one.
Yeah, those of you who saw our drunk musical theater history with Joel for Music Man, we have another one coming up at the end of this month or something.
But also the other excitement around this is that we'll be doing this in rep with Dallas Shake's Romeo and Juliet out at Samuel Graham Park.
How are we going to do that, Jeffrey? Oh my gosh.
So the first 2 weeks, for the last 2 weeks of their run and the first 2 weeks of our run, we'll be doing it in rep, and then our final 2 weeks, it'll just be us, along with
DGDG, coming back with the Bippy Bobby Boo show, which is always exciting and always crazy. Who knows what they're cooking up as we speak this moment? I mean, it's always going to be fun. It's always going to be weird. It's always going to be hilarious.
So the final 2 weeks of our run, you'll be able to see Little Shop and then walk on over and see the Bippy Bobby Boo show. That's a late night show.
Yeah.
And the great thing about
why are we collaborating?
There are so many reasons. Arts organizations continually are asked to do more with less. And one of the ways that we can accomplish this is with really smart collaborations. So we got 2 collaborations here working with DGDG and, of course, with Shakes, where we share resources, we share staff, we cross-pollinate audiences,
right.
All of those things.
It's just good all the way around, and we're so grateful to Dallas Shakes, who has, opened their doors to us and said, yeah, come on, let's do this together. So
I've had the fun challenge of making a set work for both.
I know,
the set designer
and
for these.
so this is what is like insane is that you had made one set work for Romeo and Juliet and Rocky Horror, and almost overnight you had to make the same set work for Romeo and Juliet and then Little Shop of Horrors. But it's going to be super fun. It's going to be super, super, super fun. So okay, let's talk about our show after that.
Okay, so the 2 things coming up after that. So that'll be our big fall show. In December, we're going to bring back our fundraiser, Imagine Broadway, live. A live version of Imagine Broadway, where we have fun with songs from current, past musicals, stitching that together into our own version of a show. So that's a big fundraiser for us. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to be in a very special location for that.
Right.
Stay tuned for more details. And then quickly following that is the second main stage show of our season, which is
Maytag Virgin by Audrey Safali. Directed by Whitney Latrice Coulter. I am so excited for this. Whitney Latrice is part of like our big theater community. She teaches theater at Ursuline. She was an assistant director on Funny You Don't Act Like a Negro. She's done stuff all over the place, and she's just so smart and just has a really great eye for playmaking and storytelling, and we are so happy to invite her to direct a main stage show.
Our audiences also might remember her from Foxfire.
Whitney was in
Foxfire.
That's right.
Wonderful, beautiful performance in that.
Tell me about Audrey Safali.
I love Audrey Safali. I first was introduced to her at a National New Play Network event, saw a reading of the play that Kitchen Dog produced of hers right before the pandemic shut everything down, Alabaster.
That's the one where Tina Parker played a goat?
Yes, masterfully.
Masterfully. I don't think anybody else could play a goat like Tina Parker. She is perfect.
But Audrey Safali she is in many ways a classic Southern voice, but it's contemporary and it's fresh and new. I mean, I think both of us, there's a lot of Southern playwrights and writers in general that we absolutely love, and growing up down here, you perhaps understand that a little better.
Right. But her voice is new and fresh. And I mean, to be honest, we were also looking at shows that we could feasibly do during a time when we couldn't have giant casts. And this just happened to be, it not only fit the bill, but it's also a beautiful story.
It really is.
It's heartbreaking and funny and sad. Steamy.
Yeah.
Kind of ghosty.
Yeah.
But not in a way that will scare your pants off or anything like that. It's really, really that little kind of Southern Gothic-y type flavor to it. We're very excited about it.
It's a love story, and it's so many love stories, they're going to end up together, right? But it's the journey and how they end up together. And I'm not saying that they do. Maybe they don't.
I don't know. Who knows?
You never know. But that journey is
right.
If it's done well, it's really fun to watch.
It's really exciting. Okay, so then what is our third show? This is really exciting too. It's so exciting! Oh my God!
Many of you are familiar with our Monday Night Playwright series, where we encourage writers to test out their new work in front of an audience. We provided space and some other amenities, and it's been really successful for us. A lot of plays have gone through there, and many of them have gone on to see productions.
Yeah.
But we have not produced anything through Monday Night Playwright. That was never the goal. It was not something we wanted to curate and tell writers what they could and couldn't produce here. But it just so happened that...
you saw this play.
I saw this play, and I've watched many of them, not all of them. This playwright has sort of matriculated through Monday Night Playwright, has had several plays in Monday Night Playwright. This last one was just fantastic. So we are proud to announce that we will be producing Steed Bonnet, a fucking pirate musical.
A fucking pirate musical? That's the name of it. That's not me and Jeffrey being dirty. That's the name of it. Steed Bonnet, a fucking pirate musical.
And it's based on the true story, a true account of this dude named Steed Bonnet, who is a fancy nobleman who experienced some pretty significant loss and grief, decided to drop everything. He left his family, left everything behind to become a pirate.
Because that's what you do.
Yeah.
That's
in the
what
1800s,
you do.
not
in the 1800s.
Not now.
And who wrote it?
So Nicole Neely and Clint Gilbert.
Man.
And the
It's
music is
really
so much
good.
fun. It's super silly and fun, but has this wonderful heart, and it's a really interesting.
It's a really interesting way to talk about depression.
Yeah.
And just grief. And it's being directed by
Gloria Benavides.
who is so perfect to direct a fucking pirate play. That is another one that we are super excited about. If you don't remember Gloria, do you even live in Dallas? Gloria played Van Helsing in our production of Dracula.
Dracula. She
And-
was in Dangerous Liaisons
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
She played Tina Parker in the first Bippy Bobby Boo show.
That's right. That's right.
Speaking of Tina
She was in American Mariachi at the Theater Center before everything went to hell. And I think she'll actually be going up to the Guthrie to do American Mariachi for a little in a while.
Just finished directing for Junior Players.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's going to be a whole lot of fun. It's great. It's super fun music. So can't wait to see that come to fruition. So and I'm excited that Monday Night Playwright it has been part of that journey.
Yeah, I think we got to bring that back. Hey, why don't we bring that back?
I think we're gonna.
Okay. And that's it. No more plays. Nah, just kidding. Just kidding. What's our fourth play of the season?
I'm scared to say it out loud because then it means it's real and we have to do it.
Okay.
Because I'm scared a little bit.
Why are you scared?
Because the next thing, the final main stage show of the season is something that was in the previous season. It obviously didn't happen. We will be doing Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf?
Right.
By Clifford Odets.
Oh, God.
No.
That's it. We've lost the rights.
They've pulled the rights.
They've pulled the rights already.
And
what's special about Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf?
Blake Hackler is directing, and Christy Vela and Jeffrey Schmidt
are playing
Honey
and Nick.
And Nick. No.
No. We will be playing George and Martha.
Yeah.
Which
That's
is,
the part I'm scared about. Yeah.
That's really I'm excited about it. We've been on stage together before. We've played a married couple before, but like never like this. No. Never. But it's super fun. It's going to be super fun.
It's a lot of fun. What do you say to people who think, oh, great, Virginia Woolf, 2 hours of people yelling at each other?
Well, then I say you saw a really shitty virgin, a really shitty version of Virginia Woolf.
Yeah.
I mean, they do yell at each other throughout the play, but that's not all they do. No. And people forget that this play is actually really funny.
It is. It's very funny.
It is super funny and is still very relevant and just really incisively points to the thing about being American. I think. So we are going to be doing that. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
What else?
So those are our main stage shows. We have some other exciting programs.
Like what?
Something that I've wanted to do for several years now. It's finally going to happen. It's called the Festival of Bad Ideas.
Strong and wrong, people.
So in the late summer of 2022, we will host the Festival of Bad Ideas. Stay tuned for more details.
About how to audition for it, how to
be a part of it.
How to be a part of it.
So if you've got something that can't be done,
do it.
Yeah. One of the reasons we want to do the Festival of Bad Ideas is to encourage experimentation in all forms of the performing arts. We're not talking strictly theater. It could be just about anything.
Yeah, it could be anything. Like if you're a fire eater, if you're a musician, if you, I don't know, want to build a tiny house on stage. Like I have no idea. Like what is a bad idea?
Yeah.
Let's try it.
Yeah.
And I think this is rooted in the fact that you and I both came up doing that kind of stuff in our early years before we were super important artistic directors of super important theaters.
Yeah, in our early careers, had you asked us, how do you secure the rights to a play, which is what we do now, we both would have been like, what?
I don't know. I don't know how to do that. We just kind of like write our plays.
Yeah, we just make stuff.
We do whatever.
And we want to really encourage that. And so the format, we're calling it the Festival of Bad Ideas. Think of the format, though, when you come to see it. It's sort of German cabaret.
Like early Weimar Republic, with all kinds of weird things happening on stage.
Yeah, well, I can't.
And then when there's phones on the tables, and then you call the other table and you go, hi, I'm sitting across on the other table and I'm calling you. Are we doing that? We're not doing that.
Hey.
Maybe.
Nothing is off the table.
Is off the table
at this point.
So stay tuned for more details about how to get into the Festival of Bad Ideas. So, all right. Tell me about this next thing and why we're doing it.
We want audiences to experience a wide range of voices and theater and plays. And what better way to do that than to introduce them to a play that doesn't have an English translation?
Right. So we came up with this idea called T3 Translates.
Yeah. It's going to be a 3-play series where we engage a writer to do a translation of a play that doesn't have, that is not in the English language.
Right.
And that will culminate in a script and hand reading of each of one of these. And again, it's sort of a sub-series of Monday Night Playwright and can be a path towards production.
Right. Yeah. I mean, because we kind of saw the plays that we were producing. We were like, oh, we need more voices. And I mean, it's good. It's good that we're putting these stories in the hands of all kinds of people, and there's different kinds of people telling the stories, but we also want different voices in the storytelling. And, you know, some of these plays, we just had obligations last year, and so we wanted to fulfill those obligations. But I think this is super fun.
Yeah.
I mean, I brought a play to Jeffrey. It didn't start this way, but I brought a play to Jeffrey that I had read years ago that is by a Mexican playwright that I think is so brilliant. And we started talking, and I thought, oh, we could translate this. It will be really, really, really great. And then Jeffrey came up with like, well, why don't we just do a series? Yeah. And so we're going to be looking for those plays. We're going to be connecting with local playwrights to do translations, and you're going to get to see plays that you may have never had the opportunity to see or hear before. From all over the globe, hopefully. God, that's really exciting. All right, what else?
Well, and then speaking of Monday Night Playwright, that'll be kicking off again at the beginning of the year. We want to get that up and running because, you know, people have been at home a lot. I'm sure a lot of people have been at their keyboards.
Right. Writing, yeah. Doing stuff. And we just to be clear, like the Monday Night Playwright series is not a series where Jeffrey and I sit back and go, oh, this play is good and you should do it. Like this is like a self-selecting thing. So like if you want to have a play read, you call us and you go, I want to do Monday Night Playwrights. And we're like, okay, let's see which Monday we have open. Yeah. And then, you know, we support you in a small way and you get your play read.
Everyone's going to want to know where it's all this taking place. Well, we know for sure the first one is happening at Samuel Grand Park. We have a lot of other avenues we're exploring for the other plays. I don't want to say anything for certain yet because nothing is 100%, you know, we've signed the dotted line. But don't worry. The plan is for all of it to be live with audiences, the whole thing. And hey, man, it's on a daily basis. We're solving challenges.
All kinds of problems.
Yeah.
Every day. Wow. This is really great.
It's all been said out loud now, so it's going to happen.
It's going to happen. So you ready to go home and have your bowl of ice cream and watch MASH?
Yes, that's my plan.
That's okay. I'm going to go home and watch Murder, She Wrote because we're oldies. We're boring. Yeah. Man, that was like a really it was like super anticlimactic end to this super exciting season announcement. Yeah. Should we close another way? Rewind?
Yeah, sure. Let's rewind.
All right. So you tried because I failed miserably.
Yeah. All right, that's it, y'all. We're old. We're going home. How's that?
Woohoo! Welcome. Goodbye. See you next time on Uptown Drama, also known as On Either Side of a Rhododendron. We'll see you next time on a very special ASMR version of the podcast. See you next season.